Hi guys, welcome back. So we will quickly learn about 6 most needed animations, or we can say most used animations in Jetpack Compose. So let's start with the first one. Currently what we are doing is there is no animation here, and on click we are just increasing or decreasing its size, right? But if we want some animation here, how we can do that? So this is for animating single values like AnimateDpAsState. So for that we can use this thing we can wrap in. So this is the box size. Depending upon this variable, we are changing this size. If it is expanded to 100, else 100. So on click, we are doing that expanded changes, right? So suppose we want to animate this, animate dp as state. So target state defines the what value will be used over there. So target value defines the whatever will be used by this box size, right? And we can specify animation spec as well. So here we are, what we are doing is similar thing we are doing, but using the animate dp as state. So when dp is changing, it will animate those changes, right? So we can use spring animation here. Stiffness is used for controlling the speed of the animation. If it is low, animation will start quickly. Sorry, animation will start slowly. So let's try it. You can see now it looks better. We are animating the dp changes, right? So this one is for label parameter is must. We need to add that for semantics purpose. So this one is the first example. Now the changes are animated. So animate dp as state. So target value is what value we are changing. Change will go here, and then here we can specify animation. This is the spring animation, right? So there is one more animation, that is twin animation, that is duration based. This is physics based animation. You can read more about them, but this is out of the scope of this tutorial. But just for the scope of this video, you can just understand like spring and twin are the two types of animation. You can try out different combinations over there, right? So let's say now similarly, if we want to animate color, so we can animate color as well. Animate color as state. So suppose if we are expanding it, we will be doing the same thing, but instead of this, we will be changing the color over here. Let's say box size, we keep it fixed in this video, sorry, in this example. So here we can say color by animate color as state. If expanded, we can use color dot blue, else color dot red, right? So let's try it. We are not changing the size, only color will be changed on clicking. Yeah, we need to apply this. We missed that. So here it was fixed color, but now it will be changing depending upon this expanded changes. You can see color is changing. So this is again this animation for single values, right? Single value, right? And now let's come to, if suppose here we are doing them one by one, and the animate dp is the different animation for that. Animate color, we have different animation for that. How we can do to multiple values, how we can animate multiple values in single animation, right? So third one is that example. Animate multiple values. So let's pick up that one as well, right? So for animating multiple values, we can use an update transition, right? So you need to remember this. Update transition is used for animating multiple values. Again, specify label. So now minor changes will be there. It will be the same, but we will be using from transition.animateDp, right? And we can see what value it needs. Label, target value, byte, transition spec. This thing will go inside. It's this target value by state composable. You can see last parameter over there. So we can use this state, right? And here we can use transition spec, and in transition spec we use it inside this transition.segment block, right? If you see, it is a composable. Inside composable we define these animations, right? Type of the animation, right? So similarly they will be doing this for color as well. Transition dot color, animate color, fine, and this value again we will be using it from if/composable, that is providing some value, right? And similarly transition spec. Cool. So now if we try to apply this, it will work for both values. If you see, color is also changing and size is also changing and animations are happening over there, right? Yeah, cool. So you can try different combinations of this stiffness. If I try it high, so it will be very quick, right? It is for on the animate. Suppose we apply it on DP as well, you will observe, yeah, you can see it's happening very quickly, right? So that's why you can try stiffness slow over there, right? Now it looks pretty cool, right? So this is about animate multiple values, and now we will be going to another example, animate multiple values, right? And third one is, suppose we want to animate content size. How we can do that, we will see here. Suppose we have some text, expandable text. We will be showing the more lines on clicking the some button or maybe on the text itself, right? First we will show 2 lines, then like expanding it will be showing 6 lines, those kind of stuff. So content is changing there, so on that content change we can animate that content changes, right? So let's remove it. For that basically we will be using a column. and inside column we will be using one button. Expand collapse, and here suppose we have some text. Full text, and suppose max lines, here it will be main thing is happening, so we can use that variable, actually eliminating that. On click we will be toggling its state. If it's expanded it will be collapsed, if it collapsed it will be expanded, and here depending upon that variable we will be changing the max lines. If it's expanded we will be showing 6, else 2, right? We can remove it, and let's try to run it first, then I will apply animation over there. You can see it's working but no animation is there, right? Or we can apply color here for the background. We are using alpha for its transparency, right? So now if we want to animate these changes, how we can do that? AnimateContent.Size. AnimateContent.Size will be used for that. So it will animate the content changes, right? If you see, it looks pretty cool now because content is changing. Again, it provides some options. We can apply which animation we want, similar to other ones. Spring, if we want spring like stiffness, again spring dot stiffness low. Now we can see it. Yeah, it's working cool. Yeah, looking cool now. So this one is for animate content, and now we'll be moving to the fourth animation, and that is animate visibility. So we can animate visibility, right? Suppose if we are hiding or showing one composable, we can animate those changes. So let's say we have some image over here, painter, remember sync image painter, and we will be using some test data. Height 300 dp and fill max width, right? It requires content description as well. So suppose this is composable, we are changing its visibility on click. So for that we can use animated visibility. So depending upon which variable or which condition we are changing, we can apply that over here. So if this is true, it will be visible. If it is false, it will be hidden, right? So this composable is used for that. Let's try. Let's toggle visibility. Cool. You can see it's animating now whenever visibility is changing. Similarly, we can apply animation specs. It's not animation, actually there are two transitions over here. So one is for enter. Now we can see these are default one. We can override them. This is for fade in whenever it is entering. Whenever it is exiting the animation, it is fade out. But we can change them. Suppose we want to use scale in and expand vertically, and for exit we want to use scale out, shrink vertically, right? If we try, yeah, you can see now it's scaling. Earlier it was fading, now it's scaling. Whenever it's showing, its scale is increasing. Whenever it's hiding, scale is decreasing, right? So this is about animated visibility, right? If we want to show or hide some changes, we can animate those changes. Now let's come to the fifth one, and that is animate infinite, right? If we want to animate some changes for infinite duration, right? So for that, what we use is it's similar to update transition. Few differences will be there. Here we use remember infinite transition and specify label over here. And suppose let's pick up this example. So we will be animating the size, but actually AnimateDp is not available on this. If we check it, you can see animate float, animate color, animate value, but we'll be doing one trick here. We will be just animating the float value and finally converting that float value to dp, right? So box size, let's remove this one first and pick up those changes as well from there, this box, right? So box size dot dp, this is the trick, because directly animate dp is not available on this transition infinite, but so we can do some, we are using animate float, so it will be animating float changes. So here infinite repeatable scope is used for the animations. So if you see inside this, we can use animation. It's a duration based animation, so we can use twin here. We can't use spring. And yeah, and label, mission spec, initial value, target value. So basically it requires two values. Initial value, let's suppose 100, and target values, animation will be running from 100 dp size to 200 dp, right? So yeah, let's try to run it. You can see, but one thing you have noticed, it's restarting again from start to, it's just scaling, right? Not going back. It's starting from here and expanding, again starting from here and expanding. So this is due to its repeat mode. So repeat mode is over there, so you can check it. So it is restart. Instead of restart, we can use different, right? That is reverse. It will reverse now. It's, you can see, yeah, it's working. You can see first it's expanding, and from the expanding to shrinking again, like this. Again it will come here and go here. It's not restarting, it's reversing, right? This is what, and this will keep running infinitely. Let's come to our last animation, that is animate content, or we can say animate composable change, right? Example. So in this example, suppose we have 2 or 3 composables, and depending upon some conditions they are changing. For if some condition is true, we are showing one composable. If some condition is false, we are showing another composable. Or you can say if we are fetching some information from network, API is calling, till then we want to show loader over there, and then we want to show content, right? After that is done. So for that we will be using, right? So for that we use animate content composable, right? So let's come to that. So animate between composables. So here we will be using one state. Let's continue with that. Suppose we have one state over here that we can take enum, right? Loading, loaded, right? Here we have UI state by remember. So initially suppose it is loading, right? And then let's come over here, remove these examples, animate content, take that composables. So target state is UI state, right? And then, so basically in real world it will be happening automatically, right? Whenever API response is available, we will be changing the status depending upon changing the data from the view model. But here we'll be doing that on click, right? Suppose we are changing the UI state when UI state, so whenever it is in UI state dot loading, then we will be changing it to loaded. If we click on it, and here it's reverse. If it is loaded and we want to change, it will make it to loading, right? Add label parameters, yeah, it is must, right? And let's say here again it will be providing this target state, you can see. So now again some when condition will be used. Suppose this target state is loading, then we will be showing some different composables, and here we will be showing some different composables, right? Here we can show some loader over there, let's find column. Let's just copy paste that for reducing the time. Suppose we have some column, and here what we have is circular progress indicator, modifier dot size 48.dp, right? And suppose here what we will be doing is we are showing some image. Let's copy that image. It will reduce our time, right? Here we will be showing that image. So let's try to run it. Let's remove this code. Let's align it in the center. Let's align it vertically. For that we need vertical arrangement.center, and some modifier dot fill max size, so that it will be in the center. And similarly we can use same over here. So if you see, if we click on it, it will change the composable. Something is wrong. Let's check it. Yeah, it's doing. It took some time. Again click, returning back to this state. If you click on it, this is coming. So here also we can apply animate content. If you see transition spec, so we can apply transition spec here. Transition spec, can apply spring here. Spring dot stiffness slow, or maybe what it's showing. So this is, I think, different. Yeah, it is animated content transition scope. So it requires content transform. You can see it, content transform, right? If you see, there two, both enter and exit will be used over here. So let's say we use fade in, right? Fade in animation spec spring stiffness low, together with this is used for enter and exit transitions. It will join them. Fade out together with fade out. This is an infix function. You can see it accepts exit, so only it applies on the enter. So this is enter transition. Then applying this, again this same. If you see, then this will be applied over there. What is the error? Let's check it. Yeah, fade out. You can see it's doing that now. Or if you even don't want fade out, we can use scale in and scale out. Right? Yeah, now it looks better. I like this scale in scale out animation. So you can see, suppose here we have called the APIs. After some time, like 4 or 5 seconds or 3 seconds, the response is coming. So suppose that now response is coming. I'm clicking here. Now response is coming, so it will show the data. So this is between, we can use any number of states here, any number of composables over composables. So changing state between composable. For that we can use this animate content. So guys, this is about, we have covered 6 animations here, mostly needed and used animations in Jetpack Compose. So this is all about the animations in Jetpack Compose. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and one humble request, if you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, and please comment and share so that I can create more such videos. That will motivate me. So now our Jetpack Compose beginner course is almost over on YouTube. So in the coming videos we'll be creating some projects in the Jetpack Compose, and very soon we will be starting with Kotlin multi-platform as well. So stay tuned for that. Till then, bye bye, take care, have a great time, keep coding.